Weber High School. We are glad to have all of you here. The biggest fear of putting something like this on is that we're afraid that you guys won't come. But we are glad that you're here, and we're glad that you're interested in the next upcoming election. My name is Maria Lewis, and I am the Legislative Vice President for the Weber Council PTA. And Weber Council PTA is all the schools that feed into Weber High School. And speaking of Weber High School, we are excited to be able to have this event here. We're very grateful to them for sponsoring it. And I was going to give our principal, Steve Elsnab, a chance to brag a little bit about his school.
Thank you very much, Maria. Before I start bragging about Weber High School, we sort of have a tradition here of saying the Pledge of Allegiance before we start any event. Would you please stand and repeat the pledge with me? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much for coming tonight, candidates, parents, students. We are really excited to host this event. When Maria Lewis and Brenda Minton talked to me about it, I just thought it was a neat thing to have candidates come out and really meet the public. This is a unique opportunity for you to ask questions and hear what the candidates stand for. Weber High School, we've made some huge changes in this building. If you haven't been in to the auditorium and seen one of our great plays, we have completely remodeled the auditorium here. We've got new seats, sound system has been upgraded, computers, lights. We really worked hard on that. Mr. Daniels, our drama director, is doing White Christmas this year, and we're one of, I believe, 20 or 25 schools in the United States, high schools, that get to put on this production. So it'll be a great event. It's going to happen after Thanksgiving. Normally we do our plays before Christmas or before Thanksgiving, but this year we're going to run it just a little bit later. If you came into the cafeteria, you noticed that after about 15 or 20 years of old dirty carpet, we have a brand new floor in there, and the ceiling has been repaired. Really a nice addition. So in the last year and a half, we've updated the auditorium and the cafeteria. Out in front of the school, we were able to get a softball field for our ladies. They've had to travel in the past, and part of the Title IX thing is equal opportunities, equal facilities for the boys and the girls, and we were able to do that. So we've had some great additions. Our school board, you, the taxpayers, have been very supportive of the Weber School District, and I'd like to thank you. So at this time, we'll turn it over to Maria, and we'll begin with our program.
We really appreciate all these candidates coming and sharing their time with us. I need to start by excusing a few of our candidates. Amy Wicks, who is running for County Commissioner, she has an Ogden City Council meeting tonight and felt like she needed to attend that. Also, there is the veterans put on a debate tonight. So if you are in Legislation District 8, that's where your representatives are. That's Gage Furr and Alan Wilwright, and so they will be there tonight. And also Ryan Wilcox from District 7, he's got a previous commitment, but he's going to try and come late, so he's hopefully going to sneak in. Also Gary Haas for County Sheriff. He couldn't be here, but there are flyers and a letter out on the table for him. We would like to hear from each candidate. Each candidate will be given 3 minutes to introduce themselves. And we will start at the national level and work down to the local level. You should have all gotten a program. At the door, it has a list of the candidates, plus an area to take down notes. Anything you want to write down. We want to thank Weber High for printing those programs for us. We will follow the order listed on the program. Then we will, each candidate will be given 3 minutes to speak. Then we will have a question and answer session taken from the written questions you were able to submit at the door. There was a table at the top if you had questions, and if we don't have that many questions, then we will probably open it up to the audience after that. And then there will be a chance after that to mingle with our candidates and ask them individual questions. And I think we will take, after Jan, we'll just stand up and move around for a few minutes. But we do have one more. I'm going to fit one more after you, and then we'll take a short break, and then we'll continue. Okay? So let's start this in.
Good evening. My name is Steve Pierce. I am the Communications Director for Sam Bernado's United States Senate campaign. Sam couldn't be here tonight, and he sends his apologies. He's about triple booked. We're a week out from Election Day, so things are getting very busy. So he's very sorry he couldn't be here with you tonight. On the flip side of that, I am fortunate enough to be here with you tonight to talk a little bit about Sam. Sam would tell you, if he were here, that he's a Utahn first and foremost. Above partisan political party or ideology, Sam cares about Utah. Sam has lived in Utah his entire life, every single one of the 60 years. He actually didn't go to Washington, D.C. at all until last summer. It was the first time he'd ever been there last July. So Sam has an innate understanding of Utahns. He loves Utahns, and he doesn't just consider them votes or constituents. He considers them his friends and neighbors, his family. And I think that's an important part of who Sam Bernado is. Sam Bernado has broad support across from Republicans, Independents, and Democrats. He recently, speaking of Weber County, just received the endorsement from the Standard Examiner editorial board up here in Ogden. Now, I don't know if you know about the Standard Examiner, but I wouldn't say that they endorse Democrats real often. But Sam received the endorsement of the Standard Examiner because they said he would see common sense policies, that he would try to fix the problems we have in Washington, not get caught up in the partisan bickering and gridlock that's going on back in the Capitol, and that he wouldn't just shout extreme slogans and accomplish nothing. Sam is a big believer in education. Sam believes that we need to strengthen our education system, and the way he feels he can best do that, if he's elected as your next United States Senator, is to bring every single one of our tax dollars that we send over to Washington, D.C. back to Utah, as much as he possibly can. So that can be used for education, to build our future generations. Because of Sam's belief in education and the importance of education and building our future, Sam also received the endorsement of the Utah Education Association, and he's very proud to have that, and he's very proud of the broad-based support he has across the state. There's a clear choice in this election. This is a choice between our opponent, Mike Lee, who advocates a very extremist Tea Party agenda that's all about shouting slogans and not about working for solutions. And Sam Bernado, who's about Utah, who's about finding solutions that work for America, that work for everyday Utahns, common sense solutions. He's a businessman. Things that isn't the conservative thing to do or the liberal thing to do, but the right thing to do. That's the choice that all of us have as Utah voters in this election. And I would urge you strongly, from the bottom of my heart, to consider voting for Sam Bernado next Tuesday.